Let's get right into it. What is Cardone Capital? Cardone Capital is a real estate crowdfunding program that offers money for accredited and non-accredited investors. This platform is a real estate investing group designed and handled by Mr. Grant Cardone. He has been in the real estate industry for some time now, particularly multifamily real estate. Prospective real estate investors or real estate investors have their capital handled by someone with over 20 years in the business. The main reason why they haven't lost money from deals with Cardone Capital is that they focus on residential and multifamily properties. Who is Grant Cardone? Grant Cardone will be the very first to tell you. He never imagined he would reach the status where he is now. For that matter, he was a drug user until he was 25 years old. He was alone and constantly in his own way, it seems. It took a lot of discipline and a grueling effort on his part, but he eventually did a complete 180. But believe it or not, he was terrible at sales. In fact, he hated it. Over time, he got so much better at it and now owns a real estate portfolio worth approximately $350 million. He's convinced that you either sell or get sold, as his book suggests, and he discovered how to sell. In addition to that, he is a New York Times best-selling author and has authored 7 different publications. He owns the Cardone Group, Cardone Enterprises, and Cardone Acquisitions. What are Cardone Capital's fees? 1% acquisition cost for property purchases, 1% disposition fee for all property sales closed, and 1% asset management fee annually. In addition to those fees, there are other fees and expenses associated with each startup fund that will consume your investor fund. According to an average of prospective capital raises for every fund, expect approximately 87% of your investment capital to proceed to things like property acquisitions, as the others cover working capital and startup fees. Cardone Capital keeps 35% equity in each fund without committing any capital. One of the great things is that almost all investors have observed an average return of 6%, better than all available investment opportunities. Let's talk about the pros and cons of Cardone Capital. Pros: strong background. Grant Cardone has a multi-decade history of accomplishment, and Cardone Capital states it has never lost investor money. Shared ownership of numerous assets. A lot of the properties running Cardone Capital investor finances are also part owned by Cardone. Preferred returns on some deals. Several of the funds provide a 6% preferred return, placing them first in line for earnings. Here are the cons. Management compensation is pretty high. While the asset management and acquisition fees are reasonable, Cardone Capital takes a 35% carried interest in funds without making some capital commitment to the funds. Very high minimum investments. Non-accredited investor minimum funding is $5,000, while approved investor minimums are $100,000 on many funds. These are the greatest we've observed for both investor classes. Higher possible leverage. The money can utilize as much as 80% of debt to fund acquisitions. This is on the higher end for business real estate, in which 55% to 60% or even lower is often regarded as a conservative debt level. So is Cardone Capital worth it? It can be. Cardone Capital concentrates on getting properties that currently hold a stable cash flow for investors, because in time, you can increase those cash flows. But what is the best alternative to Cardone Capital? It's the digital leasing business model. Digital leasing is a system that takes the idea of traditional real estate and digitizes it. The idea here is to create a digital property that generates leads and then to lease this property to local businesses. But what type of digital property is this? It is a pretty simple 5-page website with a phone number and contact form for whatever service the website provides. This website is also optimized with SEO techniques, so it ranks at the top of Google and receives the most traffic and visibility as customers search for these services in their local area. The really cool thing, these digital properties generate income for small business owners, which they can count on month after month to grow their company and not only support their families, but their employees' families as well. Here's how it works. Pick a niche. Think of things like roofing, tree service, and plumbing. Figure out the population size. You want to pick a city that's somewhere between 50,000 and 300,000 people when you first start out. This will help speed up your success. Determine the demand for the service. You simply want to pick a service that will be needed in the area. For example, picking snow removal in Tampa, Florida is probably not the right choice since it's sunny and 75 all year round. You'd be better off picking a niche like tree service in Mobile, Alabama, since they get storms that take out trees quite frequently. Build out the site and do some SEO. This is the part that really matters. Just about any business can have a website, but not every business can be on the first page of Google. What makes the big difference is search engine optimization. The biggest benefits of this business model: you have complete control over your digital leasing business. Once you're in full swing, local businesses come to you. Digital leasing businesses can become set it and forget it, meaning you put in the work up front and you create a recurring stream of income for yourself with very little additional work. If you want to join thousands of students who are making passive income recurring every month by helping local business owners thrive, and if you're looking to join a community of like-minded people who are all helping one another in changing their lives and the lives of others, check out the link in the description to get started.